Thanks for tuning in and welcome to the Post Route Show. And now, here's your host, W. Earl Kitchings.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Post Route, the show where we dive deep into conversations with Black quarterbacks, both past and present. I'm your host, W. Earl Kitchings, and this show is proudly brought to you by Quarter Phi Back, the preeminent fraternity for Black quarterbacks and home of the prestigious BIP Memorial Trophy, the only national award that honors the top Black quarterback from HBCU football programs and the top Black quarterback from high schools across America. We're always happy and thrilled to have you with us tonight. If you enjoy what we're doing and the content we provide, we only ask you to do a few simple things. Number one, you can hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, tap the notification bell, go to Instagram if you got it, look us up at quarter_phi_back and subscribe there. And it allows you to keep in touch with what we're doing. Join us live every Monday night here at 7 p.m. for more phenomenal conversations. My guest tonight, rising star in that metro Atlanta area. Rising star with one of the best programs in the state. But I'm not going to introduce him yet. Let me do my other housekeeping duties before we get to my guest. As you know, we are slowly walking it down to deciding who's going to win the 2025 BIP Memorial Trophy for the HBCUs and for the high schools. But as we continue to prepare for that, let me just share with you our quarterback of the week from the high school levels. And that would be this gentleman right here. This is Mr. Malik Leonard, a freshman from Chaminade Madonna High School in Hollywood, Florida, a freshman. In the game where he played this past week, let me tell you, what a phenomenal game he had, because in that game against, the team he played, he threw for 382 yards and 4 touchdowns. And that was a big ball game for that young man. That was another multiple passing night for him. Had 2 scores by his number one receiver, sophomore Tremont Isaac, 113 yards. And Malik finished the game with a 140.9, almost 141 rating on the night. But he is our quarterback of the week from Chaminade Madonna High School in Hollywood, Florida. Malik Leonard, a freshman, 382 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, let me get back to the other part, since we know about Malik. Let's talk about those guys who are now on our weekly watch list. And those guys are the guys we like to feature and talk about. So here we go. At number 15, Donovan Dixon from Cactus Shadows High School out in Cave Creek, Arizona. At number 14, a newcomer to our list, Lincoln Frazier, a freshman from Willis, Texas, Willis High School. If you've heard of Willis, Texas, you know the guy. His name was DJ Lagway. Well, here is a new guy coming out of Willis, Texas. At number 13, Andre Adams from Antioch High School in Antioch, Tennessee. He's at 2,421 yards and 29 touchdowns. At number 12, Taylor Lee from Pacifica out in Oxnard, California at 2,486. At number 11, Malachi Davis, a junior from McFarland High School, another California product. He's at 2,492 yards and 23 touchdowns. At number 10, this is an outstanding rising freshman. Just like we talked about Malik, here's one on the West Coast, Thaddeus Barreau from Hamilton High School. Always got to give these critical facts. 6'5", 205 pounds. He's at number 10 on our list at 2,500 181 yards and 25 touchdowns. At number 9, another California product. I know it just seems like those California guys are taking over our list this week, but they are spinning that football out there on the West Coast. Star Thomas, a sophomore from Orange High School in Orange, California, 25, 86, 21 touchdowns. At number 8, Jelani Dipple, a junior from Central East out in Fresno, 25, 95, and 30 touchdowns. Coming in at number 7, Michael Hill, Jr., a junior from Merrillville, Indiana, Merrillville High, 28, 39, 24 touchdowns. At number 6, Keyshawn Anderson, a senior from Legacy School out in Spring, Texas, 2,736 yards and 34 touchdowns. Coming in at number 5, Jaden Jefferson, Cathedral High School. Yes, once again, that's a Los Angeles, California guy. He's at 27-43, 32 touchdowns. At number 4, Mr. Peyton Houston. I got to call him Mr. because that guy is a phenomenal quarterback. Last year, he set a record at 800 yards in one game. This year, he's number 4 on our list from Evangel Christian Academy out in Shreveport, Louisiana. 29-15 in yardage, 34 touchdowns. At number 3, the guy who's been on our list probably since week 2 from Burbank High School in Burbank, California. Yes, I know, California, yes. Deshaun Laporte, the junior, 29-28 yardage, 41 touchdowns. Making his first appearance on our watch list is a junior from Carmel High School in Mundelein, Illinois, Trey Taylor, 29-31 and 33 touchdowns. And at the top this week, week 10 of our high school watch list is Janaeus Kamir Hall, the senior from Lima High School in Lima, Ohio, 3,223 yards and 30 touchdowns. He is one of only 2 guys to have reached 10 games on the season. Well, that is our watch list for week 10. But now, let me get to my guest for this evening. And I'm not going to introduce him. I'm going to let his video speak for itself.
Jordan Sharp, quarterback, class of 2030. Make a movie.
Please join me in welcoming my guest tonight from Buford Middle, the Wolves up there in Buford, Georgia. My guest tonight, the one, the only, Mr. Jordan Sharp. Jordan, welcome to the show. All right. I think we got to mute down, so you might want to unmute that microphone.
Shoot, I'm bad.
No problem, man. Welcome again to the show. Hey, it's been fun watching those clips, man. And after seeing you this past spring in April, you look like you are just growing and getting better game by game, man. How's it been going thus far in 2025 for you?
It's been going good, sir. It's been going really good so far this year.
Okay. So you guys are almost at the end of your season. I think you told me you guys are getting ready for the playoffs.
Yes, sir. We have our first playoff game this week. We play Collins Hill.
Okay. And what is your record thus far this year?
We're 7-1.
Okay. Now, have you played these guys before already this year?
Yes, sir. We played them in our second to last game. So it was about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. And y'all were able to pull that out?
Yes, sir. It was a real good game. We ended up pulling it out at the end, though.
So these guys have a little payback in store.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, what kind of energy, man, goes into you when you know you've played a team already and you got to play them again in the same season? I mean, because that doesn't normally happen. But how does that make you feel about having to play them again? But this time it's more critical than playing them in the regular season.
We just have to play twice as good as we played the first time. Execute on both sides of the ball and just play our brand of football.
Well, you guys seem to like to throw the football a lot, and I guess that's something that you enjoy doing is throwing the football around a lot. Talk a little bit about some of the things you do in order to prepare, uh, both in practice and for games.
Practice, we throw the ball a good amount of practice. So a lot of times I just like to get a lot of like rhythm throws or just be on time with my receivers on knowing like where they're gonna be if something breaks down or just knowing where they're gonna be in general during the play.
So, as you prepare for this particular game, is there any adjustments you maybe looked at in the films from the first time you played that you want to focus in on for this game?
I would just say pass protection and just getting the ball out and faster and in better windows and having better routes and stuff.
Okay. Uh, the relationship with you and your offensive lineman, how good is that?
I say it's really good. You know, I've played with a lot of them for a long time, and there's a few guys that are new on the offensive line. But I just try to keep a good relationship and just like communicating with them. So if something happens, like just communicate on how to fix it, or if they need help, I'll put somebody to help them, or call a protection that'll benefit them and help them protect for me.
Okay. Now, Jordan, I know you spend a lot of time in preparation, in training. Uh, Talk to us a little bit about your preparation in training, how much additional training you put in beyond just your regular practice.
I train every day from 11:30 to 2 on just running, footwork, like throwing, weight training. I'd practice every day before I actually go to practice. And then on the weekends, sometimes on Sundays, I'll either do like a Zoom call with one of my coaches or something, and I'll go to the field and just work on different stuff with some of my receivers.
Have you gotten into a habit of watching game film so you can better prepare and definitely make sure you don't make those critical mistakes that you need to in a game?
Yes, sir. I watch film every day.
Okay. And by doing that, because some guys don't like to watch film. Some guys, they watch some film and then they don't spend a lot of time in maybe making some notes that they need to make. They think mentally, I got it. I know what I need to fix. What goes into your preparation when you're watching game film, and what are you trying to, look at it and pick up on so you can correct something?
Usually, first I go to like my footwork, and so like if a pass is off or anything or inaccurate, I'll go to how my footwork was, and I'll like take notes and stuff on like what I need to do to fix it. Or if I make a bad read, I go over the play. I'll look at the coverage and see what I should have did. So where when I get to practice, I'll know what I could work on to get better in training and stuff.
So the mental aspects of your preparation is very key to what you're doing. Um, and we spoke a little bit earlier about your mental aspect and how well you work on preparing for that. Um, when you and your coaches are having those Zoom calls, what are some of the things that the coach might be pointing out to you to help you out?
Um, Either like having better fakes or just keeping the play alive and keep my eyes down on plays that break down. So if we have a blitzer and I know that we don't have enough to block them, just either get the ball to my check down quick or just get rid of the ball early so we don't lose yards or get sacked.
Okay. Now, some fans understand what check down is. Some fans don't. Some fans, uh, another term that is used is go through your progressions. Uh, Talk a little bit about what Jordan Sharp does in order to make that part of his game better?
Um, I'll probably say going through my progressions is I've worked hard on that with all my coaches and stuff, to where knowing if like pre-snap, if I know something's not going to be there, I'll go as soon as I snap the ball, I'll go to my second option, third option. If nothing's there, I could either throw the ball away, run, or try to get the ball to my last option, which is the guy who's probably like on a flare route or arrow or something, where I can get the ball out to him.
Okay. Now you talked about your practice. Do you and your receiver spend time practicing before and or after practice?
Yes, sir. We spend about like sometimes 30 minutes before practice, or sometimes like when we don't have practice or practice gets canceled or something, we will go out to a field for about an hour or two, just running routes and running plays.
Okay. Okay. And is there someone there kind of monitoring how, to point out some things that, hey, you didn't make you didn't drive off the ball, or you didn't, a lot of times we see games where a first down is needed and the receiver doesn't go that full distance and they come up short. When those type of things happen, how critical would you say it is for the quarterback to communicate that with the receiver? Hey, look, we need 5 yards. Make sure you go 6 yards. How critical is that?
When we know we need yards, we try to go like a little farther. So if it's 3rd and 5 or 4th and 5, and we need like a quick like slant or a comeback or something, we usually go about eight like 10 on like a hit or a curl or something where they know they're getting past the sticks and aren't just barely short, where they're like maybe like a yard short or half a yard. We make sure we get past the sticks.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good thing. Uh, I was having a little fun with you earlier when we talked about you throwing touchdowns and who were the first guys to run down the field for the celebration and congratulations. And you told me who was the first guy down the field? Your center?
It's usually me or my center, but I usually kind of beat him down there because I'm usually, as soon as I throw the ball and I see we catch it, I'm usually trying to block for somebody, trying to get downfield down there fast.
Well, if you and the center are the first guys down there, man, that says a lot about the two of you, because of course you two guys touch the ball more than anybody. But to have that celebration like that, man, but it's always amusing to see when a touchdown is thrown, how fast some of the guys get down the field. But the center, I would have never guessed that. I would have never guessed that he would be that fast. Maybe y'all should give him some opportunities to run the football.
He's asked a whole bunch of times. He asks every day.
And what does the coach say to him?
If we have about 50, we'll let him, but
is that right?
That hasn't happened.
Okay, because I is it Alabama that has the big tackle that they put in the game that they run?
There.
Yeah, that's what made me think about it, because he did it, and I remember back in the day, man, there was a guy that played at Clemson, Refrigerator Perry, man. He was about 360. They would put him in the game when they were 2 yards away. It's like, who wants to hit that guy?
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, hey, if you get up 50, man, as they say, give him the ball. Show him some love.
Yes, sir.
Go tell the coach, let my man touch the ball. Now, if he fumbles.
we all going to be in trouble.
Exactly. Maybe just let him run on a 2-point conversion. How about that?
Yeah, give him some short, probably like we get to the goal line, give it to him, let him score a touchdown or something.
There you go, man. Well, I know the importance of the offensive lineman, man, because they don't have stats that everybody cheers about, but you know how important and critical they are. So it's always a great thing when the quarterback shows some love to them, man, because those guys work hard. They work extremely hard. Do you take any of those guys with you to some of your workouts?
Yes, sir. I take them on a lot of places with me, because usually like during the week when I work out, I'll bring probably my center, get some snaps in, or some of my O-line to get protection stuff in, and just work together and like what we can do to where they're most effective.
Okay. Have you spent a fair amount of time on working on taking the ball from under center?
Yes, sir. We have a lot of under center stuff. We haven't
Okay.
ran a game yet, but we do take the ball out of center, so under center a lot of
Okay.
times in practice and
Okay.
stuff.
Did you happen to see the play a couple of weeks ago when Patrick Mahomes was under the center and they had a short yardage and he stood up and said, "Coach, that's not going to work," and got back under the center? He was trying to throw the defense off so they wouldn't, kind of figure out what they were doing. But that was I thought that was kind of interesting that he would do something like that, because you got to take advantage of the defense, man, because those guys are coming all the time. And when you throw them off and get them to just jump offside, man, that's something special. So I thought that was unique. Do you practice on different cadence counts? Is that something you practice too?
Yes, sir. I've gone with my O line and my coaches and stuff. I'm putting different cadences in because we like need to be able to be more like versatile and like be able to move faster or slow it down if we need to, and try to get the defense or anybody to jump off sides.
Right, because if once you get into a rhythm of how you make that cadence the same way all the time, then the defense adjusts and they know exactly when you're snapping that ball. So that's important. You were telling me earlier too about the fact that as you are preparing for your games, you like a hurry up offense, a speed tempo versus just a traditional tempo. Speak a little bit about why that's something you enjoy doing.
Yes, sir. I like to go up tempo most because we can move the ball faster and defenses get tired if they're not in good shape. Plus D line gets more tired. And if we're running the ball, we're getting quick game out fast and we're just moving the ball. Like they can't change personnel and they can't take a break. And we're just moving the ball down the field and they can't really get that break that they need. They would have to call timeout.
So are you able to look across the line of scrimmage, man, and kind of see on defense who looks to be a little bit more tired than somebody else, man? And it's like, okay, that guy looks like he's really tired. Let's run at him.
Yes, sir. Sometimes we'll be if we're in hurry up, we'll look to the sideline and get our play call. I'll run to the coach to try to set up the next two plays. Like, oh, their right side is tired. You can tell because they got their hands on the hips or something, and just probably attack more to their side or take advantage of mismatches.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the fact that you've been able to go to some camps and some other opportunities to hone your skills has worked out. How well are those camps at helping you prepare to be a better leader on the field?
It helps because we take a lot of notes at those camps, and we get to learn from great coaches that have sat where we've sat and been through all the stuff, most of the stuff that we've been through or will see eventually. And it's good to take their knowledge and then apply it whenever we need it, or just take notes and stuff about stuff that they've been through or know about.
So when we talk about quarterbacks that you really aspire to pattern some of your skills and techniques, um, who would some of those guys be?
I would say Lamar Jackson or like Michael Vick or Teddy Bridgewater. I just like their game and how they inspired a lot of people.
When I was talking with a young man who was also a middle school quarterback, uh, a name he threw out that we don't hear a lot of people talk about, but he is definitely a quality guy, was C.J. Stroud. What are your thoughts about C.J. Stroud?
CJ Stroud's a great quarterback. He commands his offense great. He's a good leader. He communicates, and he's just a great guy in general, like on and off the field.
Well, he definitely looks to be that. And as you continue to grow, the number of quarterbacks, man, coming out of the state of Georgia is just unbelievable. When we look at the guys who are in college and in the pros, it's just unbelievable. You were telling me earlier about some of the gentlemen, some of the coaches that help you with your training. Show a little love to some of your quarterback coaches, man, and give a little shout out to them and who they are and what they do to help you out.
Yes, sir. I want to thank Coach Ron Veal, Coach Earl, and then Coach Drew. And, they've all helped me through all my years of playing quarterback. Because when I first started, I went with Coach Drew, Coach Earl. And then, as I've gotten better and stuff, I've learned more stuff to, kind of work with them. And they helped me out a lot more. And I want to thank my offensive coordinator, Coach Eric, who's at Mill Creek now. But he's helped me a lot on getting a lot of these accolades and stuff. And he's always been there to help me. I still talk to him today. I'll still be texting him to see, what they're doing or when they'll work out or anything.
Okay. Now, you talk about these guys helping you out. How long have you been playing football, Jordan?
I've been playing tackle since I was 6 and flag when I was 5.
I got a classmate. She has grandsons that play football. I guess they're like 6. She calls them, and that's what they really look like. She calls them little bobbleheads because the helmets look so big on those little bodies. But to have been playing tackle football for what now, 6-7 years?
Yes, sir.
And with 4 more years to go through high school, what kind of has that been a real hard thing for you in conditioning, or has it been something that has caused you to just really, really physically be kind of out of it, or you just continue to work at being better at conditioning?
The good thing is I play sports year round, and so conditioning isn't really necessarily a big problem for me.
Okay.
And so, plus playing year round, it kind of it really pushes me to stay in shape. And plus, I just love the game in general, so I kind of want to be the best or just be that guy to count on during the season.
Well, before we take a quick break, man, I had talked to you earlier about how much football you watch. How much football do you watch in the course of a week or a weekend, man? Talk about how much football you watch, because you sound like you're some kind of sponge, man. You're just soaking all this football in week to week. How much football are you watching?
I watch it every day, every night. I just love watching football. So even if I'm not at practice, I'll be in my room watching football or just playing the game. So if I'm playing a game, I'm learning. I'm still learning and trying to focus on stuff I can apply in the game or just in general. But I watch football basically 24/7.
Now, are you also playing Madden football too? Is that something you do too?
I play Madden, but not as much as I play college football.
Okay. All right. When I was growing up, man, myself and the guy who became my quarterback in high school, man, we used to draw plays, man, create our own plays that we thought might work. I mean, and that's a very difficult thing to do. Have you ever done anything like that, kind of create your own plays that you think you might want to try or at least work on?
Yeah, I've seen, because sometimes I'll be on the game and I'll be kind of like, oh, this is working, it's wide open every time. And then I'll go to I'll go to practice, I will put it in or try it a few times, and if it works, we'll add it to the playbook, and if it doesn't, we'll scratch it.
Okay, well, that sounds like a good offensive coordinator to me, man. If it works, we use it. If it's not, hey, move on. Well, look, man, I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit more about Buford football and Jordan Sharp as you get ready for the upcoming playoffs and see how that goes.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be right back. My guest tonight on the Post Route is the aspiring and rising middle schooler, Jordan Sharp, up in Buford, Georgia, at Buford Middle School and Buford High School, home of the Wolves. This young man, class of 2030, hey, man, it's going to be one of those guys you're not going to forget. You're going to have to remember this name because he is going to be one of those guys in the future you're going to remember because he was here on the post route with us. So make sure you keep that name in mind. While we got this time out, let me just share this with you. As we continue to grow what we're doing, it's about to be Christmas time. Let me tell you what's an excellent Christmas gift. Get you a copy of the book, The Forgotten QBs, the little-known history, information, and statistics about Black quarterbacks in American college football. I wrote this book about 4 years ago, and it is filled with information about guys who have played the game of college football since 1903. I tracked it back to 1903 when I found what I think to be the first Black quarterback for a PWI school back in 1903. He played at Ohio University, went on to become a physician. But from 1903 to 1990 is when I've compiled a lot of information, short bios about a lot of guys who've played this game. And the reason why we call it the Forgotten Quarterbacks is because we don't want these guys to be forgotten. A lot of guys gave their blood, sweat, and tears to play this game of football, both at the collegiate and the professional level. So you want a great gift for Christmas? Send in your order to us. Email us at quarter5back@yahoo.com. We take Zelle payment at 904-994-2189 or Cash App at $Q5back44. Get you a copy of it. Hey, like I've been telling you, your library is a little empty if you don't have this book on your shelf, The Forgotten QBs. And we want to remind you that as we prepare for the upcoming conclusion to this season, that is the award that these individuals are working toward. That is our BIP Memorial Trophy, named after Oliver Bip Joyce, quarterback who played at Florida A&M back in 1959 and paid the ultimate price when he was injured in practice with a severe neck injury and subsequently passed away. We named it after him because he quarterbacked the first ever state championship football team for Black high schools back in 1958. And because he played for my father, I thought it was the right thing to do to make that trophy and honor him because he wanted to be a physician. So we honor him by presenting this award to the top HBCU quarterback and the top Black quarterback from the high school levels. This will be our fourth year in making this award. In our very first year, Shadur Sanders won it from the college level, and Prentice Air Nolan, another Metro Atlanta quarterback from Langston Hughes High School over there in Fairburn, Georgia, won it for the high school. So this is the award that everybody's looking to try to earn at the end of the year. Q5B, that's who we are, the Forgotten Quarterbacks and the BIP Memorial Trophy. We tied it all together. Let me get back to my guest tonight, Mr. Jordan Sharp from Buford Middle and High School up there in Buford, Georgia. Jordan, welcome back to the show.
Jordan Sharp, quarterback, Buford Wolves, a good Grayson team with a lot of talent. Shoot, we got to play real physical and execute everything Coach tells us to do.
Highlights. Jordan Sharp, man. Beautiful touch on the ball. I love the way you command your offense. Number 16, man. Who is that guy? Because he looks like he's your number one guy.
Yes, that's my boy, RJ.
Okay. You guys can connect a lot on the field?
Yes, sir. We connect a lot. You know, when I train with him a lot of times. I'm training where I train at a lot of times, but we stay in touch a lot.
Is he your go-to receiver, Jordan?
Yes, sir.
It looks like it, man. He looks like he's about 6'1".
He about 6'1", 6'2".
Oh, man. I mean, that for middle school, that puts him at a great advantage over defenders. I mean, when you see a smaller guy playing on him, I mean, are you guys licking your chops like, oh, my goodness? That's what we're looking for.
Yes, sir. When we see people try to go one-on-one with no safety, we know that it's going to be a one-on-one ball. It's most likely it's going to be 75-25.
So do you guys have some secret signals or silent signals you give each other when you see something like that? I mean, without alerting the defense? I mean, you just smile or you give a wink? I mean, what do you guys do?
Magician never tells the secrets.
Okay, magician. All right. I like it. So now, I asked you about the number you wear. And you were telling me that you used to wear number 8, but now you wear number 15. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, is that okay for you to be wearing number 15?
Yes, sir. Number 15 is still a really great number. You know, a lot of great guys wear it, a lot of great players. And it's still a good number. But number 8 is where, like, growing up, I was always a big fan of Lamar Jackson being from Louisville, Kentucky. And so watching him wear number 8, he was always a big role model to me. So watching him wear number 8 kind of inspired me to just be number 8 and play the best I can, always in that number.
And then now that you've transitioned to number 15, do you execute some of the things that you see Patrick Mahomes doing sometimes?
Yes, sir. I do watch Patrick Mahomes film a lot of times. Also, just like focusing on his watching his craft and what he does that works during games and stuff.
Okay. Have you ever met Lamar Jackson?
No, sir. I went to his final college football game though.
Okay. And if there was any quarterback you could have the pleasure of meeting, who might that be?
Probably Lamar Jackson.
Well, you're the third guy on the Lamar Jackson list that we're trying to reach out to him, man, and get him to reach out to us because you and 2 other guys, man, I want to put him in touch with you guys. Just if you can't meet him face to face, at least a phone call. I had a young man. He's in the 4th grade, Jordan. And I asked him who's his favorite quarterback. He said Lamar Jackson. I asked him, I said, so if you can't meet him face to face and he called you, he's like, Mr. Kitchings, I'm just a call away. So I'm like, okay. So I am working on that for him and another guy. Now I've got you. So that's 3 guys. I'm going to make it happen sometime. It may not be tomorrow, but I'm going to work on it. And the first chance I get to meet Lamar, I'm going to just tell him, look, man, you got 3 calls you got to make. Okay, you got to call Jordan. You got to call Talib, and you got to call JJ. You got to call these guys because, you know, they waiting on your call. So that's a great thing. Well, it sounds like you really love Louisville football, man.
Yes, sir. It's born there. Just watch football, watch all sports like that Louisville does, you know. Just love the program in general.
Now, you know, the most famous person to come out of Louisville is not a football player, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, I just thought I would check to see if they schooling you correctly up there in Buford, man, because Louisville is definitely known for the champ, but a lot of champions have come out of there, and I look like I'm talking to a champion right now, man, because let me tell you, I am very impressed with your demeanor, your character, your poise, your maturity. you are the full package, man. And I'm not trying to brag or make you feel, blow your head up or anything. I'm just telling you the truth about what I see, man. So you keep doing Jordan Sharp. And if I know anything about those two adults who live with you, they're not going to let you be anybody but Jordan Sharp.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So let's talk a little bit about that other side of life, and that's the academics of being in school. What are your favorite subjects in school?
Mostly math and a little bit of English because my mom graduated with English. I forgot what it's called. I like our bachelor's in English.
Yeah, a bachelor's degree in English.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I like English and math a lot.
Okay. And going to college, what are you considering to major in when you go to college?
I wouldn't mind majoring in like law. So
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Like being a lawyer or something. I wouldn't mind majoring in law.
Well, now being a lawyer requires a lot of reading and writing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, as long as that's what you're thinking about doing, man, I think that's a fine profession to go into. Other than Louisville, if you could go to, what would be your second choice of colleges to go to if you could go somewhere else? What would be? I know it's probably Louisville first, Louisville second, Louisville third, but what would be the next slot?
I probably want to say, well, mostly somewhere I could fit in that where it's a good scheme.
Yeah.
So most likely like a Georgia Tech or something, where it's still a good academic school.
Yeah.
But it's still a good like program for like sports and different things.
Okay. All right. In assessing that part of life for you, have you visited many college campuses? Not for trips for football or anything, just going to campuses just to see what they're like. Have you visited many?
Now I think I've been to Georgia Tech and I've been to Louisville are the main two ones I've been to.
Okay. But you've never been to Athens to walk on Georgia's campus?
I think I've been there one other time, and that was this summer. But those are the three schools I've been to. Okay.
All right. Well, I think anytime you can have that experience, man, it really just helps you in understanding, the importance of getting that degree and going to college, because those college campuses, man, they are really great places to grow up, man. I mean, you get a chance to, go someplace and become your own person for real then, because mom and dad not around to take care of you now. And and you gotta grow up pretty good. So yeah, get a chance to do that as often as you can. But I know as you go through high school, and you get offers to go to play at places, you'll get a chance to take those visits. Now, do you have sisters and brothers? You got siblings?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you the middle, the youngest, or the oldest?
I'm the youngest.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
So you got an older brother and sister?
Yes, sir. I have 6 sisters and 2 brothers.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
Not a lot of people say that.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, gee. You got a lot of support there, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, are you close in age to some of them, or they're like, I know it's a lot of them, but I mean, you can all still be close in age. So when
I'm close in age to some of them. Yes, sir, I am.
Are any of them in high school now while you're in middle school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that a sister, a brother, or both?
2 of my sisters and then one of my brothers. We're all like kind of close.
Okay. And they go to Buford too, or they go to some different school?
Well, one of my sisters goes to Buford, and then 2 of them go to, I think, second-year high school.
Okay. All right. Cool beans. Okay. So on those nights when you're playing, man, I mean, is the whole family dressed up in green and gold with number 15 jerseys on, or who's the biggest cheerleader in the family?
Yes, sir.
Who's the biggest cheerleader in the family? Who?
I'll say probably my mom. Probably my mom and one of my sisters. Because one of my sisters used to cheer for my football team.
Is that right? Okay. All
Mm-hmm.
right. All right. Well, in meeting your mom, man, she's an outstanding young lady. And I was just happy to have the conversation with her. We talked quite a bit. She almost reminded me of being a lawyer.
Oof.
Because she looked like she's a tough negotiator.
Yeah, she's real hard to break.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
You can't pull anything over on her, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He's an investigator and a sergeant.
Is that okay? Okay. Well, I know she's close and she's hearing that, but it's all good, man, because it's nothing but love. It ain't nothing but some love. Okay. So as you continue to grow, do you guys have to do any type of community projects in middle school, or is that just when you get to high school?
I've done a few like community service things where we went to like a lot. Well, earlier I did. Earlier this year I went to like a community center, and we helped like pick up trash, clean up around the area, move like a whole bunch of, I forgot what it was. It was a whole bunch of supplies they had, and then we've done a lot of stuff like that. And then I've helped at like a local church.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that that's important too in helping you to become a better leader and a better person. So I when I'm doing these conversations, man, I just try to touch on as many things as possible because we only have a short amount of time. But when people are watching the show and they get a better feel because it's not just about football. Now, what other hobbies do you have, Jordan? I mean, I know you watch a lot of football. Do you have any other hobbies? Do you cook? Do you draw? I mean, what other hobbies do you have on the side?
I play a lot of basketball, and then I like going fishing a lot with my dad and siblings and stuff.
Y'all go to Lake Lanier and fish?
Mm-mm.
No.
I go back to Louisville to fish.
Oh, okay. And what kind of fish do y'all normally catch in Louisville?
We catch a lot of catfish.
Okay. All right. So who's the better fisherman, you or your dad?
Me.
Okay. All right. Now, I have to ask, is that fishing from a boat? Is that fishing from a pier? Is that fishing from the banks? I mean, where are you guys fishing from when you're fishing?
We usually fish from like the bank a lot of times.
Okay.
And because we go to a lot of what's it called? I forgot the name of the lakes, but we go like two main ones that usually have some pretty good sized catfish in there.
Okay. All right. What's the biggest catfish you ever caught?
Ooh, it was big. It was like it was probably, I think, 20 or something like that. It was big.
I mean, that sounds like you were fighting with that catfish for a long time, man.
It took a little minute.
And I'm assuming that you were kind of bragging once you brought him in, and you're like, "Yeah, Dad, yeah."
Yep, he heard about it for about a month.
Yeah, well, that's what fishermen do, man. You guys catch the big fish, and it's like, sometimes it's like it was this big, now it's like it was that big, So yeah, that's great. Well, anything other than fishing that you enjoy doing that we can dwell in on?
I like playing basketball and listening to music.
What kind of music you like?
I listen to a lot of like R&B or like a lot of old school songs.
Give me the name of one old school song. I gotta test you on this now. Give me the name of one old school song.
I would probably say "Candy Girl" by New Edition.
Candy Girl by New Edition. Okay, all right. That's not a bad song. I mean, those guys had a phenomenal career. So, man, I thought you were gonna hit me with a real old school song. I'm like, man, what
I listen to some old, but I can't. I'm not good at remembering names.
Well, I know you got two parents there who could tell you a little bit about a guy by the name of Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
Or Luther Vandross. I know they could tell you about that.
I listen to Luther Vandross every once in a while.
Okay, yeah, okay. And then on the female side, you ever heard of a lady by the name of Aretha Franklin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Well, because all those are great quality folks, man. Well, look, man, it has been great talking to you tonight, man. I'm gonna let you get ready so you can get to practice. But before you go, I gotta tell you this. By you coming on the show tonight, let me tell you what's going to happen, man, because we make it a big deal when this happens. Because number one, I want you to check this out. That is what we call our fraternity picture. All those guys, and that's something we created. And that is a fraternity of black quarterbacks. As you can see, quarterback back is on the back, on top of the house right there. It says Q5B. But Jordan Sharp, by you coming on the show tonight, you are now officially a lifetime member of the brotherhood and fraternity known as Quarter Five Back, the preeminent fraternity for black quarterbacks, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I'm very excited to be a part of this.
Man,
thank you for all the time you've done, time you've given me on this show today.
Well, we are excited to have you to be a part, man. Every time I do this show, man, I'm looking forward to bringing one more brother into the brotherhood. So we are approaching 70 guys right now. We're looking at probably being close to maybe 100 early in 2026. But what we do, we send you your lifetime membership letter acknowledging your induction. We send you your lifetime membership certificate that definitely acknowledges you being a part of an organization that we pray will be around for a long time. And now we're sending out our special packages, gift packages, whereby now we have these lapel pins that you'll get in your gift package, man, so that when you step out and wear your jacket or suit or whatever, you can put that lapel pin on to signify that you're a member of this organization, along with a couple other gifts. So, man, we are honored to have you to be a part of what we're doing, man, and we wish you the best as you continue to grow and get better at being a quarterback.
Thank you, sir. It's a great honor.
Okay, so before you go now, I got to bring her in. If mom is standing by or dad is standing by, I got to have them just show their face in the place just for a few moments, because I'm not going to let them get off the hook that easy. They got to, yeah, I know. Yeah, come on. Shoot.
Gotta stand up, Walt. Now, come on.
Thank y'all
Dad.
for having us.
Hey, Mom, how we doing?
Doing well. How
Thank
about
you.
yourself?
All right. You got a fine young man there. You're doing a great job, man. We are so happy to have him a part. And that time we spent down there in Bradenton was well worth it.
Yes, it was.
We appreciate
Yes,
it.
indeed. No, we appreciate you guys. So thank you very much. I'm trying to come to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl in December. So maybe we can connect, but I'll at least give you guys a call if I get up that way, man. But that's my plan right now, to get up there for the Celebration Bowl. So I'm expecting that to happen.
If you do, please do. Give us a holler, please.
Sounds good. Shannon, are you cooking anything special for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
You are.
I'm going to someone else's house.
Okay. Works for me. Hey, well, guys, thank you again for being on the show tonight. We're going to let you guys go so he can get ready for practice. But again, thank you so very much. Love you guys. Take care. Stay strong, brother.
Thank you. You too.
All right. That was our new fraternity brother, Mr. Jordan Sharp, the new guy coming into the fraternity. So we're happy to have him, and we'll be getting out his information. But before we close, I got to do my other acknowledgments for this week. So now, you heard about the high school guys. Let me give you our HBCU co-quarterbacks of the week, because These guys posted some significant yards. Our first one is Jalen Thomas, a junior from Lincoln, Missouri, Lincoln University out in Missouri. 417 yards, 2 touchdowns as they lost a very heartbreaking game, 48-54 to McKendree College, but he threw 2 touchdowns in that game, and that was an outstanding game for him. So our co-quarterback of the week is Jalen Thomas, a junior from Lincoln University out of Missouri. And our other co-quarterback of the week is William Atkins IV, a graduate student from South Carolina State, the Bulldogs. He threw for 428 yards and 4 touchdowns as they beat Norfolk State by the score of 51-20 this past week. They are now 5-3, and they are coming down to a highly looked upon game against Delaware State to decide who will represent the MEAC in the 2025 Celebration Bowl. But congratulations to William Atkins IV from South Carolina State and Jalen Thomas from Lincoln University. Now, we want to get to our other acknowledgments, and that would be our Week 9 quarterbacks of the week in our watch list. Going to go through this real quick. At number 15, Darius Ocean of Benedict. Number 14, Cameron Ransom of Bethune-Cookman. At number 13, Jalen Tolbert of Alcorn State. At number 12, Christian Peters, from Arkansas Pine Bluff of the SWAC. At number 11, R.J. Johnson III, the junior out of Florida A&M. At number 10, Bryce Kuntz, our quarterback of the week from last week, Bluefield State University. At number 9, Brinley Vandiver, a redshirt junior at Miles College. At number 8, Caleb Jackson from West Virginia State. At number 7, Jameer Dismukes from Allen University out of the SIAC. At number 6, Miles Scott, the junior from Morehouse, again, another SIAC product. At number 5, Rasan Matthews Jr., the redshirt freshman from Virginia State out of the CIAA. Noah Bowden, Edward Waters University, out of the SIAC at number 4. Andrew Body, the phenomenal quarterback from Alabama State out of the SWAC at number 3. Kelvin Durham making a run from the Johnson C. Smith Bulls in the CIAA. And then at number 1 this week, Mr. Dalen Lee of Winston-Salem, 2,104 yards and 25 touchdowns. Those are our top 15 Black quarterbacks on our HBCU watch list for week number 9 here at Quarter 5 Back. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for me for another show. We hope you've enjoyed it. As always, I'd like to thank the crew that makes this possible, especially my producer, Ms. Ronline Kennedy, my social media director who does a phenomenal job, Mr. CJ Lazier, on the CD Lazier on our social media, Will Relaford, our resident photographer, and Dr. Will Kitchings, our sports psychologist. Until next week, when we bring you another phenomenal show here on the Post Route, as we say, go deep and go for the bomb. Take care, everybody. See you next week.